Hello Gizmos and welcome back to another episode. This time is the start of the season on FC25. Sorry, it has been a little while in getting this one out, but unfortunately I am going through some personal issues at the moment, but that hasn't obviously impacted on me playing games and recording. I have put together this episode and also the next one, and then I might have to stop just for a couple of weeks just while I sort some stuff out. But yeah, I am here, so thank you for your patience. So we're going to jump straight into it. There's nothing to change. We've all got the players. We've got the preseason out of the way. We know how we're going to play. We're looking forward to it. We kick off against Newport County, a team that are not going to be up there in the actual season. I don't think they're very good. Anyway, personally, of course, you can see the formations home. That one was the basic generic one, obviously, that I took over, the away, and all the cups ones. I have come up with two cup teams because I am going to play one cup formation in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, and then I'm going to literally use the EFL trophy, which is, I think, is like the Bristol Street Motors trophy. That is specifically the last formation. I only use that one in that one. So this is your team. We're going in our nice green and pink kit. Absolutely love that kit. The design on it really shows. Yeah, just really looking forward to get going, get the season going, and seeing how we do. My sort of expectations in terms of this, of course, I'm playing it on Ultimate, so I would say that I'd say playoffs would be nice. If I can hit the playoffs, then that would be absolutely fantastic. It said their hold for full match intro, so I have to check that out when I do come across another game. But it took a while to get going in this one, but finally I managed to swing in a corner and it headed towards Dan Everett, and he is the first person ever to score as a defender. Normally it's Mikey, me, Neil, sometimes I think even Tommy's got the odd one for starting the seasons that I've done over the previous years, but Dan this time is the first one to do it. I've said all along in previous FIFAs that we score a lot from set pieces because of the height of our defenders, and that is how I want to carry it on. I want us to score a lot of goals from set pieces. It's downward header from Dan that gives us the lead. Of course, downward headers are harder for keepers to save because obviously the pace picks up when it hits the ground and skims along the surface. So we go 1-0 up. It's a fantastic goal, something that we want to build on and keep going. And then straight after the first goal, so it took us like near enough half hour to get going. And then here, I did really well down this wing. Defender tried to take me out. I love the fact that they actually generally take you out. I cut in, hit a shot. It's a fantastic save. Sam puts it in, but unfortunately he was offside and offside by not much, but you can just see probably like his whole body, I suppose, as the shot came in, because obviously when I shoot, therefore Sam was offside. But really good play. Nothing really happened until the second half, until Newport should have scored, but what a save from Ian that is. That will go down as one of the saves of the season, point blank range, and manages to stop it from going in. And then they did really well, putting another dangerous ball in, headed out. It was then not really cleared. I got tackled, lost the ball, put back in, and then there's just a tame header straight at Ian, and he manages to hold on to it. But that is the end of the first game. We win the first game. We didn't play well. It's the first game of the season. We're gelling together, getting used to each other and how we're playing and all that sort of stuff. So a lot of sort of changes to be made and everything like that. But in the important thing is that we did pick up the victory. Weird that our players are sitting on an imaginary bench. I'm not too sure. It could be a glitch. Of course, it wouldn't surprise me with this game. But either way, we won. Newport had a few chances. We didn't really create too much in the second half, unfortunately. But it's just one of them sort of things where you 1-0 up, you want to win your first game, get the points on the board and see how it goes. So we win the first game, then we jump straight into the cup game. Normally they do the cup game first and then a couple of league games, or it's a couple of league games, then it's the cup. So here we're jumping into the cup game. Colchester United away. Of course, that is a really good side under the Cowley brothers, of course, used to manage Portsmouth as well. Expecting a tough game. I really like that sort of black and purple kit. Really shines really well. You can see how nice it is. But Colchester had the first chance. I could have gave away the penalty from Jaden, but it's a good save from Alfie to stop Colchester going 1-0 up. And then into the second half again, boring sort of us. We didn't really create anything going forward. It's a long range shot. What a save that is from Alfie. Palms it over the bar. Travelling at some speed that was as well. So it's a decent save. From the corner, Colchester swing it into the mix. Jackson doesn't get there. The defender does. Heads it. It's another save from Alfie. And then here, another corner that swung in from a short one. And then we managed to deal with it. And then from this corner, nothing actually happens. A chance goes wasted. And then 20 minutes to go. I knew that as soon as I was trying to change the play, and as soon as I knew he missed it, I changed it to come out and block it. I didn't get there in time with Jax. It's a rifle shot into the far corner. It is 1-0 to Colchester. Probably not against the run of play, but so much that we didn't deserve to even score or concede, really. So it's one of them poor games. But we had a lot of space to go into. Ocean just hit it, and what a shot in and off the crossbar. That is some goal. They always seem better when it goes in and off the woodwork, especially the crossbar. The post is okay, but when it hits the bar, it's an absolutely fantastic strike from Ocean to give us the equaliser. As I said, we didn't play well. Wasn't that good from us, but what a strike it was. And then to stop from going to penalties, Keane did well into Mikey. Of course, I had to make some changes just in case I didn't want to go to penalties. Mikey into Ocean. What a touch this is. Round the defender and into the roof of the net. And Ocean is already creating his sort of limbs in that away end. Absolutely fantastic goal it was. Everyone's happy for him. But what a finish. What a touch round the defender it was. Absolutely rifled it really into the roof of the net. You can see what it means a lot to him. And it's a fantastic goal, and it surely gives us the win. And then Colchester here got caught. I don't know why they're playing out from the back. You think they'd get it forward. A big mistake. Just gives it into Mikey. Had to play it. Miles onside. Ocean. Great touch. And finishes it into the corner. Grabs a hat-trick in no less than sort of 9 to 11 minutes that he gets a hat-trick. Absolutely brilliant from him. Really pushing for a starting place, really, because I always said that Ocean was one of my main strikers in cup games. Then Robbie's come in, and them two as a partnership is lethal. But I would imagine that Mikey and Ocean as a partnership would also be absolutely incredible as well. So might have to look in towards that. Next is Doncaster, of course, an amazing team that are doing some amazing things lately. Of course, they went on 15 games unbeaten last season towards the playoffs before they lost. It's a good finish here. Beat Sov, come rushing out. I don't like the skill that they do because you wouldn't do that in real life. So it's a little bit annoying that they would do it in a game, unfortunately. But either way, Donny take the lead. And then Tommy did really well. Unselfishly lays it across the plate to Mikey. Easy tapping. You got to do them due goals because Tommy's not going to score from that angle. We've got 3 people around him. Got the keeper to beat as well. Unselfishly, just lays it across to the play. And then Mikey is up and running for the season. And then look at this from a through ball from Paul. What a ball that is in towards Mikey. The defender tried to probably take the red card or the yellow card. But Mikey finds the corner, makes it 2-1, gives us the lead. And hopefully now we can sort of keep into that as well. But what I do like is I've noticed from the defenders that if they get past you, they know not they're going to catch you up. They will take you out. I know you got that R2NX glitch, I think, or not the glitch, but the pulling of the shirt motion to take the yellow card. I like that the computer does that as well. So hopefully that is something to build on. And here, Molyneux, what a finish. This is absolutely fantastic. Top corner. I've got no complaints about that. Absolutely levered that into the top of the net, and then makes it 2-2. And probably a game that they deserve to draw. Donny, like I said, a really good side. So we take the positives from that. Which is that Mikey's up and running for the season. Sometimes if it takes a while to get your goals going, then it could take a longer process. Because he's up and running, it's always a good sign. So now we have Port Vale, and of course Port Vale, a team that came down from League One, but they're absolutely dominating in League Two at the moment, playing really well. Wet pitch, really raining. I could have changed the weather. Roland Curtis, of all people, a former Pompey boy, absolutely heartbreaking that he had to score against me. Absolutely loved the kid. I really didn't want him to go. Roland Curtis, what a boy he was. But yeah, he scores to make it 1-0, and then out of nowhere, I did really well until I took a heavy touch from Dan. They lay it in. And it's 2-0 in 27 minutes. A bit of a reality check, maybe, just because, Port Vale are a good side. But, yeah, just a bit of a reality check from us coming on to this as well. We managed to play the ball forward here. Mikey did really well. It's a great ball into Sam. Good touch. Hits it with a lot of speed and power into the far corner. Always go across the goalkeeper. That's what you was always like taught as a winger, go across the goalkeeper, see if you can get it into the far corner, which Sam did. I don't know why it's asking me to make these changes. It's really weird. I don't get that, but it's a fantastic goal as well. But what I do like is because it's absolutely pissing down with rain, and I couldn't change the weather for, I don't know why, but I couldn't. But I love it when the ball hits the roof of the net or the net, the rain comes off it, just like when Neil hits it. Look at all that rain dripping off it. It's such a cool little feature. I know it's not like all the money's worth that you played for this, but them little sort of things that would happen when you hit it, I'd imagine when it snows it does it as well. It does that, and also the point of view camera for the players now. What a strike that is from Neil. You can see that it was always going in. As soon as it left his foot, you could just see that it was flying into the roof of the net, and we are back on level terms literally right before half time. And I think that's Neil's first goal of the season as well. So Neil's up and running, Mikey's up and running, we're back in it until late or early in the second half. What a ball here. Ronan Curtis, what a through ball that is, and what a finish. It's 3-2 to Port Vale. It's a great ball from Curtis, absolutely destroying us. And it looks like he's playing in the number 10 position, because obviously he was out wide for Pompey when he played there. But yeah, looking really lively in that middle and causing us all sorts of problems. I nearly equalised, but the keeper made an absolutely fantastic save at his near post. I thought I'd try and catch that near post glitch, because that did used to be a glitch actually, but they seem to have sorted that out. Dan with another header, another good save from the keeper. This time, try it again, in towards Dan. Gets too much on it and it goes over the bar. I've got to try and work on them corners because Dan keeps having to backtrack. And then Curtis, again, the illustrator in this, it's a good ball here, and he just cuts it back into their first time shot. It's poor from Ian. Yeah, it's wet, it slips under him. It's really frustrating, but on the other side is good detail from the game because it's wet and everything. It will go under the goalkeeper, which of course makes a difference. Dan gets his second goal of the season from a corner. We are going to be deadly from this. I can really say that. I'm going to score a lot of goals from set pieces. So Dan gets us back in it in 4-3, and what a game. And then Ocean, after his hat-trick in the cup, he took one heavy touch here, and then just the keeper makes a really good save, but it's just the pitch was so heavy to play on. The ball wasn't travelling. I took one more touch that I needed to. It is a good save. The keeper's absolutely been making loads of saves all game from all of our players, actually, so probably no denying that he did score there. And then Dave gets up with the header and it's off the line, which is really frustrating, and we lose that game. So it's our first loss in the league. Really annoying. We then have Brentford in the Cup, a Premier League team. They came down here and they did not piss about. There was 1-0 up in 3 minutes and played their full strength side. One playing in the Cup. Drayton almost equalised with a long power shot. He's done a few of them over the past FIFAs. And then Jax gets up here, in towards Robbie, gets barged off it, into Ocean, hits it, goes through the crowd of players. What I want to see when I hit shots like that, taking deflections, but the defender jumped out of the way, but I want to see it maybe hit his leg and go the other way and see if it spins in. I didn't know who to take over. I was trying to take over Jaden because he's the tallest defender that I've got. Didn't work because it goes in for 2-0, and then right on the stroke of half time, it's all cut back. I thought he was going to shoot. Dean gets out there, and then Mbembo makes it 3, and Brentford have put us to bed basically by half time. And that's what you expect from a team like this in Premier League. They just cut us open. We take it in the second half. I literally stuck 11 men behind the ball. I did not want to get out. We lose 3-0, and that's throughout the cup, unfortunately, as well. But it is what it is. Walsall next. Ian does well. High press. Smashes it in to the far corner and make it 1-0. Our home sort of formation will be pressing on the ball. If they're going to mess around at the back, I will get us to press high and cause them to make a lot of mistakes, just like here. Neil does well. Again, it's a heavy touch. I didn't want to take too much of a heavy touch, so I cut in. Looks like I'm going to bury it, but Neil misses. I was so gobsmacked when I was playing it because I was thinking it's just curling in, but Neil misses. And then here, Ryan, for some reason, the furthest man forward, I don't know why, he tries to get taken out again. He tries to wipe me out of the game. Ryan just does well. He goes all the way, running out of fitness. He's got a couple of people to aim for, but he goes alone. And Ryan Stillwell, of all people, has scored a goal, and that just sort of relaxes the mind that I don't have to try and score with him throughout the season. But more importantly, he wraps up the victory for us, and it is a victory and to bounce back as well. So we're unbeaten at home in the league. Yes, we lost in the cup, but I want to remain unbeaten in the league at home if I can, and make Drayton Park a absolute fortress. So in 7th, just inside the playoffs, which is not too bad. I don't mind, but it's early days. There's a lot going on. Surprisingly, Harrogate and Barrow are top of the league so far. A couple of teams that would be down there is true, and a couple of teams that are up there is true, but it's so early on into the season. So we're going to see what happens as and when we go. So that wraps up sort of the table and everything like that. In terms of the goals, one clean sheet for both of my goalkeepers, except for Alfie yet. So we'll see how that goes. In terms of goals, though, it's not too bad. Ocean on 4, but he did get a hat-trick in the cup as well. So looking forward to seeing Ocean get that. And, of course, he's got 1 in the friendly. So that might actually... Yeah, they probably incorporated the friendlies as well, which is interesting. But either way, Ocean would still be the top because he would have 3 regardless. A couple of other people, 2-2-2s, a few 2s there. Mikey and Neil as your goal scorers. Dan as well as your centre-back. That's kind of important because you don't want all your strikers getting goals. You want the goals spread out over everything as well. I've got 1, Robbie's got 1, Sam's got 1, Ryan's got 1, Paul's got 1. So it's a decent start. There's a lot of people with a lot of 1s, which is absolutely fine. Of course, all the rest is 0s. But that is going to wrap up the end of the first episode, guys. I hope you really do enjoy this. Let me know with any feedback. I'm always welcome to comments on this as well. I really do appreciate you all watching. Please stick around, like this video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Keep an eye on this series, and I'll see you all for the next episode.